Our immune system is a collection of cells and biological processes that help protect us from disease. Foreign invaders such as bacteria, viruses, and parasites are recognized and attacked. Our immune system is vital for our survival.
We are actually under a constant barrage of attack. We don't realise it because our immune system does a very good job about keeping these invaders out. If our immune system isn't working properly, it can't defend itself against some of the common pathogens that we face, whether it be viruses or bacteria and occasionally fungi.
There are two parts to our immune system: the innate immune system and the adaptive immune system.
The innate immune system is the thing that we're born with, and it's hardwired to deal with many of the common pathogens that come our way that could cause us harm. So it's got some hardwiring in there, it's able to recognise things and deal with them and eradicate them. The adaptive immune system is a learnt process. In other words, when we come into contact with something, the immune system creates itself a memory that it can then use to deal with these things when they come again. And certain things can help and support that process, like vaccines. So we have a vaccine in order to help our immune system to recognise that particular problem. So when we are faced with it, it can actually deal with it in a really helpful way.
Our immune system can distinguish between itself and foreign cells. The B lymphocytes can recognise foreign protein called antigen.
An antigen is a protein on the surface of, for instance, a bacteria or a foodstuff that is recognised by the immune system. And if the immune system recognises that as being harmful or foreign, it will drive an antibody response, and that antibody will recognise the antigen and help to destroy or eradicate that particular protein or cell from the body.
The immune system constantly evolves as we age. There are many factors that can either weaken or strengthen the immune system. First of all, let's look at the things that can weaken the immune system.
So stress is always up there, number one. Stress has a very, very powerful role in suppressing the immune system. And if we think about one of the common viruses of childhood, which is chickenpox, that virus sits around in the nerves dormant for many, many years. And if we are under huge amounts of stress, it can be reactivated and can cause a new infection called shingles, which a lot of you may have heard of. Other things that can suppress the immune system are things like steroids, and there are lots of people on steroids for many chronic inflammatory conditions, rheumatoid conditions, autoimmune problems. Antibiotics used in the long term can weaken the immune system. Poor diet, poor lifestyle choices, and poor sleep are all things that can contribute to a weakened immune system.
Building a strong immune system really requires a multi-pronged approach. This involves being mindful of the food that we put into our bodies, reducing our level of stress, doing regular exercise, and improving our sleep. But most importantly, our immune system needs the chance to learn about all the different pathogens around us so that it will know how to protect us in the future.
One of the big problems at the moment is isolation. So we've all been told to isolate when we contract something like COVID, but what we forget is that we're losing that daily challenge that our immune system has. It constantly faces these things in everyday life, can develop a response to them and protect us from them in the future. When we're isolating, we're not exposed to some of these common germs, and it, in a sense, weakens our immune system.
Now let's talk about the nutrition that we need to build a strong immune system.
Nutrition is absolutely essential because we need some important ingredients, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients to build the components of the immune system to ensure it's functioning well. The things that often get depleted when we're dealing with an infection are things like vitamin C. So your immune system has a huge requirement for vitamin C in order to carry out its functions. But also zinc as a mineral. And let's not forget that most of the soil in the country is depleted of zinc because of over-farming techniques. Let's also remember vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. And particularly when we think about COVID, we know that people who have low levels of vitamin D are much more susceptible to the harmful effects of COVID and more likely to have the more severe illness. And if we think about the UK in the winter, well, all of us are not really seeing much in the way of sunshine for many, many months on end. So I think vitamin D is something we should all be supplementing on to make sure we've got healthy levels to build our immune system and to give us this protection, particularly in this time of the pandemic. So there's no doubt the immune system is hugely important in protecting us from foreign invaders, pathogens, microbes, and can easily become weakened by many things that happen throughout life. But there's also lots of good things that we can do to support the immune system, and these are all about healthy dietary and lifestyle choices. Having a strong, healthy immune system is one of the keys to having a long, healthy life full of vitality.